A Backyard Astronomer special interview with Colonel Pat Bledsoe, pilot of the SR-71 Blackbird.
All right, well, let's talk about the airplane. It's fairly unique in the shape as well as the materials it was made from. You get from the nose to the tail is 107 feet long. It's much bigger than you would think. I was surprised the first time I saw it because I was an F-106 pilot at the time. And I knew it was roughly, it was a delta wing airplane like the F-106, but I was amazed at how big it was the first time I saw it. I was surprised at that. It's got about a 60-foot wingspan, so it's much longer than it is wide. The basic fuselage, if you could see it with the outer skin removed, is basically just a big tube that contains fuel tanks behind the cockpit. But the chine areas, as they call them, this blended wing body structure here, is what gives it its unique shape, and it gets a lot of the aerodynamic lift from the fuselage as well as the wings because of those chines.
Not just the wings.
Right. The spikes that you see here are movable. They retract a total of 26 inches at maximum speed to capture the shock wave inside the engine inlet and give it actually, in effect, it turns into a turbo ramjet at high speed. So at the design speed of Mach 3.2, you're only getting about 20% of the thrust from the core engine. The rest of it is coming from the ram effect and from the afterburner. So.
And what is a ramjet?
A ramjet is actually an engine that has no moving parts. It just uses the ram effect of the air coming in at high speed.
The thrust that's coming in.
To mix with the fuel and produce the thrust, yeah. But they don't work below about Mach 2.
So you've already got to be going fast.
Yeah, you already got to be going fast to get that effect. That's why most ramjet-powered vehicles have to have some sort of a rocket boost or something like that to get them up to speed to get the ramjet engine to work. Yeah.
And where's the navigation system?
The navigation system actually sits right here behind the cockpit. On the airplane, there's a window up here that the star tracker telescope looks through to see the stars to update the inertial navigation system. So we call it an astro-inertial system because it has a basic inertial navigator, which a lot of airplanes have, but it's continuously updated by automatically tracking stars and putting in corrections to the inertial system. Whereas a normal inertial navigation system, if it doesn't have any corrections put into it, will drift off just due to mechanical friction and that sort of thing.
Because you're moving so fast,
Yeah,
you've got so many other variables.
Yeah, and the airplane's moving all the time, so an uncorrected inertial system will drift off in position by maybe as much as 1 mile every hour. Whereas this astro-inertial system was never more than a couple hundred feet off actual position.
And the refueling system, the in-flight refueling system, is through the nose?
No, it's also sits behind, on top of the fuselage. There's a port that opens up here to accept the boom from the tanker, which plugs in right there, and that allows you to take on fuel in flight.
And could you turn around and see that?
No.
How do you line it up?
Well, you line it up by a system of what they call director lights on the bottom of the tanker. you know approximately what it's supposed to be like. And as you come into the tanker, the boom operator will give you corrections via these director lights for up and down and forward and aft. So you drive it into the proper position, and he extends the boom and plugs in, and you start refueling. And once you plug in, then the lights are automatic to give you directions, for forward and aft or up and down.
And so what all parts on the exterior move?
On the exterior, well,
Do
the
these
rudders,
side wings move or
No,
just
you
the
got-
rudder? Yeah.
you got what are called elevons back here, a combination elevator and aileron on the trailing edge of the wings, plus the rudders move. And then, as far as moving, and then also these spikes move in and
They're
out.
retracting.
Yeah.
And it's not like a Concorde or anything where the nose was adjusting
No,
because
no.
you were going it. Okay.
No. Nothing on the fuselage itself moves, just the elevons and the rudders.